Let's just focus on the Sombrero for a moment. The Sombrero galaxy is different from the Milky Way and the Andromeda, is that our galaxies tend to orbit around itself in a single plane, whereas the Sombrero galaxy is kind of a double. So there's a rotation like this, but there's also a rotation like this. So we get, in Earth terms, we get a horizontal rotation and we get a vertical rotation, which is pretty unusual. I don't know whether we have been able to observe any other galaxies which have that particular structure. I spend a lot of time looking at these objects and trying to figure out how can I best interpret these musically. And in studying the Sombrero, I read magazines, I look for books and so on. I gather as much information as I can on these. I thought of one of my favorite performers, which is the juggler Michael Moschen, who you may be familiar with. If you are lucky enough to watch Michael Moschen for a long period of time, it starts to look like, although he only has two hands, you start to see all sorts of different patterns. And I'm going to try to do a little experiment here. So I'm going to run a little bit of this Michael Moschen here, and I'm going to play the very opening of the Sombrero piece. So maybe you can see a parallel between the moving juggling balls and the music. So I've got to be quick. So I'm going to start this video right now. I thought about juggling, the act of juggling, and I thought about Michael Moschen constantly while I was composing this work. So let's go ahead and hear it. This is what we like to call a scrolling video of the score. I'm combining some musical notation for those of you who are musicians out there, along with the music and visions of the Sombrero.